I'm in Kefalonia to relax with my wife, but I cannot resist this challenge. Can I create compelling landscape photos in an unknown place during this unforgiving summer using nothing but pure instinct? No planning, no research, just trusting what feels right in conditions that most photographers would avoid. And by the end of this, you will see exactly how just going with the flow can reveal images you would never expect to find. The good thing about being a landscape photographer is that we're not strangers to waking up early, and I enjoy this very much. So we're going to the beach for an early swim, and then we're gonna drive around the island and see how we can explore it photographically. So we're here at the beach at the island of Kefalonia. This is our first day here. The plan for this video is to have no plan. We're here on vacation. Our main goal is to enjoy our time here. And whenever we see something while driving around, we're just going to stop, hopefully without causing any traffic, any accidents, and capture the image that I saw. It's as simple as that. But first, it's time for a dip. Now that we are refreshed from our dip in the sea, it's time to hit the road. I don't know where we're going. I have a specific point on the map. We're going to head towards there. But other than that, it's a free plan and we'll see where it ends. The weather is typically Greek summer. It's too bright, too hot. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed that something extraordinary or out of the ordinary is going to appear in our way, and we're going to stop and create some meaningful photos. Let's see what we can do. Okay, now we are in serious luck here. We were driving to go to another beach in order to cool off because the heat is scorching. I mean, we are used to high mountain temperatures and now we are at sea level and it's, I don't know, it's very, very difficult for us. But as we were driving, we stumbled upon this place. I mean, okay, I was like, wow, I have to stop here, and I did. Melina has stayed in the car because she cannot handle this much heat. I cannot either, but I'm willing to make an exception because this is extraordinary for me. I know you're expecting something crazy, something beautiful. It's not. So let me show you. It's a quarry, and I love quarries. I mean, check this out. I have to go explore. Now this heavy machinery here is what caught my attention. It looks fantastic against the white backdrop. But I'm sure there is more to this place than just this. I saw this from an elevation. The road is a bit higher up, so I'm gonna try to find some elevation and compose from higher up to see. Now I'm trying to find some higher ground in order to shoot that excavator. I think I found it. Now let's see what we can do. I have to set up this Osmo in order for you to be able to see what I'm doing. I'll try my best. It's difficult here because it's soft ground and I don't know if I can do it, but anyway, let's see. What attracted me the most here is, it looks like an alien field. It's something that you don't expect to find in a Greek island. You expect sea, sun and beauty, and this is kind of the opposite. It has a lot of sun though. Anyway, so it looks alienated, and I'm going to exclude the sky in order to create something claustrophobic, something that's going to capture the viewer inside. I'm glad that there is a harsh light because at this for what I have in mind. I don't want any shadows, so the sun being on top of this excavator is actually perfect. So now I wish I had a little bit more of elevation, because I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. So maybe I will use a drone. I will use a drone in order to capture this image, because I don't need the sky. I need just the excavator and the white background. It looks perfect. I am envisioning this image, and from the drone is gonna look great. Now, another point of interest is this. I don't know what this is. Looks like chalk, but I do love the patterns here. I'm not gonna go this too wide in order to include everything. Okay, this is seriously messing up my shoes, but I don't mind. Right. Okay, this looks great. I don't know if you can see the picture or not. Either way, here it is. It's gonna be framed like this. Something like that. Can you see it? Again, why I chose to compose like this? Because by not including the sky and keeping in this frame here, it's going to be very claustrophobic, and it's going to create the feeling that I am after. It's going to create that moodiness, even if it's 100, I don't know, it's 40 degrees right now, and the sun is right above my head, scorching me. I think I'm about to have a heat stroke, but I will continue, because the things I will do for photography. Now, as I was walking, I turned behind me and I saw this abandoned piece of machinery. Let me show you. And on its own, just by looking at it, I mean, you can practically see the image by itself. I'm not going to include any sky, I'm not going to include any trees at the background. Just this, I don't know how it's called, drill, maybe, and various shades of earth. This is one of the rare occasions that the image kind of presents itself. I mean, you put it dead in the center, like it's framed like right now, cropped something like that, and that's it, you're good to go. Now I know there are more images to be found here, so I will keep on exploring. Everybody's looking at me. They're not used to seeing a tourist walking around in a quarry like that, and they're giving me side glances, trying to understand what the hell am I doing under this heat, talking to a stick. Anyway, let's continue. We'll see what we can find. Now this place just keeps providing and providing. Now there are abandoned trucks everywhere here. Awesome. Let me show you what I mean. There's this thing here, which is between two olive trees, and this is exactly how I'm going to compose for it. I'm going to put it again in the center, and I'm going to use the olive trees to the left and to the right in order to frame my shot. Or maybe if I don't use such a wide angle lens, if I go more telephoto, I'm going to use the trees at the background in order to frame it. The thing that you have to remember is that even though I'm trying to explain how I shoot things, things happen instantly in my mind. It's like shoot first and ask the questions later. Even though now I'm trying to explain my train of thought. It's difficult for me because... Okay, there's a truck passing. It is difficult for me because I'm not used to it, but I'm doing my best trying to explain to you my thinking process in order for you to be able to pick my brain and understand the background processes of creating my images. And right beside this one, we have this old Volvo truck, which looks fantastic, even like this. Can you see it? Now, I'm not going to explain my train of thought here, how I'm going to photograph it. I am giving you a lot of hints by using this composition here. Now pause it, think about it, and look at the image that is coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you guess it? Why I like this place is like it's full of paradoxes. I mean, you have olive trees, young olive trees, and then something like that, which doesn't belong here. And I love things that don't belong in the landscape. Now this is probably how I'm gonna frame this shot, the way I'm showing it to you now. A bit more telephoto because I don't want a lot of distractions from left and right. I like how the light is harsh right on top of it. It's raw, it's unfiltered. It's exactly the way I am experiencing this place now. So it doesn't matter what light you have. The only thing that matters is the feeling that the stimuli that you get from the landscape where you are in the moment. Now I am approaching my limits with this heat here, but there is really a lot more to this quarry. There is some depth to it. It's amazing. It's like a Mad Max movie, a Greek edition, I guess. So even though I'm struggling, and this could potentially affect my ability to express myself the way I want, because this is something to keep in mind. You can only produce results that are meaningful when you're feeling okay, not discomfort. And right now I am feeling quite a bit of discomfort because I forgot to bring any water with me, and it's not good. But anyway, let's continue. There are some abandoned trucks over there which look amazing even from high above. Let me show you. There they are. I really do like how one is in the shade with its with the driver's cabin just catching a bit of the sun, and the other one is getting full light. So yeah, this is what attracted me, so this is what I'm gonna shoot from this point of view, exactly this point of view. Can you see I'm sweating here? I bet you can. Oh God, this is a nightmare, but at least there's some shade here nearby. I'm so envious of Melina right now. She's just sleeping in the car under the shade. But anyway, at the same time, I'm also excited because there are pictures everywhere, and it's this hype that you get when you find things that resonate with you, which is unmatched to anything else. So this gives me the drive to move on and continue. I like this point of view as well. I'm going to be using this diagonal line, this diagonal shade, to create a separation and split my frame in half. Same principle, the first track in the shade, the other in the sun. It looks great. It looks raw, it looks authentic, it looks fantastic. So, can you see the final outcome? Can you guess the final outcome of my images before I show them to you? Let me know in the comments below. One final piece, one final find in this quarry, because I don't think I can stay here anymore. It's having a toll on me, this hot sun shining right above my head. I think I'm having a heat stroke, so I need to bury myself under a lot of water. Let me show you. This is just fantastic. I love it. It has all the elements of a great image, at least for my taste. It has a bright foreground, an interesting find as a center, and complementary colors at the back. I'm gonna frame it just like that, maybe a bit further back, as if it's standing on a pedestal or something like that. Again, this is the wide angle of a lens here. I'm not gonna include the sky. I'm just gonna go like this. And yeah, can you guess the outcome? Alright guys, I am off to the nearest beach because I accumulated a lot of heat and I need to cool off. So I think I am going to call it a day because it's too hot for my taste. I feel exhausted, and I'll try my luck again tomorrow and see how it goes. I saw these, I think they're called prickly pears, yes. So, and the shape of this one, I don't know if you can see it from that camera angle, it's very, very interesting. That dead palm tree at the back, and we're fortunate enough to have some clouds, so the clouds create the perfect backdrop, and that piqued my interest in order to create something moody. So let's see how we can explore this. What attracted me, like I said, was that prickly pear and the palm tree at the back. I'm gonna compose in 5x7. My camera doesn't have this function, but so I will make sure I will leave some breathing room from here till here in order to be able to crop in post. And this is gonna be my starting point from the left, and this is gonna be my end point from the right. This is my main subject. This sculpture-like bark is very, very interesting. It's dark enough with a bright background, so it will create juxtaposition, and it will create the atmosphere that I felt. So let's see what we can do. I'm not gonna mess with it a lot. Put it dead center. This is my main subject, so there's no point hiding it. One shot, that's it. I am at 24, ISO 64, and at f8. The only thing that I was thinking while I was taking the shot was that I didn't want this bark of the palm tree to be dissected by these prickly leaves in the foreground. That's the only thing that crossed my mind while I was shooting. The rest was just trying to express what I was feeling when I saw this scene unfolding in front of me. Like I said, as I was walking up from the beach. By then I was completely exhausted, so we grabbed a small dinner and we returned home, and I think I was asleep in less than 5 minutes after hitting the bed. Good morning guys, this is our second day, second attempt. We have decided to allocate only 2 days to this video because we want to spend the rest of our time enjoying ourselves. After the near heat stroke event of the last day at the Quarry, we have decided to just take it easier, and we're gonna be exploring and photographing later in the afternoon. It's still harsh light, still harsh conditions, but not as hot. We're gonna be heading north today. I don't know what we will find, so stay tuned and see how I photograph instinctively in a place that I have never visited before.
The plan for the day was very simple. Go early at the beach and then drive to Melisani Cave in order to photograph its crystal clear blue waters. Unfortunately, it was very crowded and we were at the mercy of the boatman, so I didn't have enough chances to compose the way I wanted. Fun fact about this cave, this is where the Assassin's Creed Odyssey saga begins. It's one of the quests early in the game. Anyway, after leaving the cave, we decided to head further up north, trying to find places that would resonate with me in order to create meaningful and interesting photographs.
So in our wanderings, we found ourselves at the village of Assos, which is on the northern part of Kefalonia. It was completely flattened by an earthquake in 1953, and even though most of the island was rebuilt, there are still some ruins, especially in this village here, so this will hopefully create a lot of photographic opportunities, and that's why we are here to explore. We didn't know about this place until we arrived, and someone told us the history of the village. It has a medieval castle at the top of the hill, and lots of ruins remaining to be explored. So let's walk around and see what we can find. As you can see, Assos is a traditional fishing village. Has been renovated, of course, and adjusted for tourism. But still, it's a quiet bay, very tranquil and quite picturesque. Now, as you probably have guessed, we are mainly going to focus on ruins. So we will look for abandoned buildings and try to capture the emotions they evoke on us. Now, what I wasn't expecting was a competition in places like this. There's a lot of people and a lot of cars. So in order to get a clear shot, we're gonna have to wait a bit. Oh, it's so effing hot. And carrying the bag doesn't help very much. Anyway, so I found this building. I entered the door, and inside is like a secret garden. Reminded me of one of my projects. I had to go and explore, and come with me and see what I found. My initial thought about this scene was to capture the whole thing with a wide angle, but then this would make the scene more realistic, and it wouldn't create the atmosphere that I'm after, or the mood that I am after. So I have decided to narrow it down to something like that. As you can see, that fig tree and the wall at the back, it matches the way I perceive this building. It matches the feeling that I get from this building. That sense of loneliness, that sense of claustrophobia, that sense of abandonment. And you still get abandonment if you include the brighter parts of the ruins, but there is some hope here. And at this specific image, I don't want any hope. I just want it as dark as possible. This lamppost is a very nice treat that's laying here at the top of this ledge. And the weathered stone at the back, it creates a very nice backdrop. Now I think I'm going to compose it something like that. Use the lamppost as a foreground, and then let the twisted bark and the weather texture of the background close the scene. It looks quite interesting. It creates the mood that I'm after, so it has all the elements that I like. And just by looking up, you can see that there are more compositions to be found here. Something like that. This creates an otherworldly feeling, even though we are at a very touristy place. If you didn't know that, you would think that we're somewhere lost in an old village deep inside the mountains. Shooting it from a low angle like that kind of creates a more dynamic look. It imposes the structure upon the viewer. It's towering above us, so it creates this imposing feeling. Now, to tell you the truth, I was a bit disappointed because I couldn't find a lot of empty or abandoned buildings. Everything has been exploited because of tourism, so there are only, I think, a couple left. Anyway, it's been a lovely walk. I did manage to get one shot, maybe two, so it's been fun. Now, this video is mostly about random findings in a place that I have never been. And in the next one, I think I'm going to talk about how familiarity can help you overcome situations like this. So, subscribe to the channel to stay connected. Let's meet the local wildlife. And just before I go, there are two buildings here that only their facade is left. They must have been beautiful in their days. Actually, no, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Let me show you. The last image for the day, I think it's gonna be this one. The open window, the balcony, maybe either include it or use it as a top border for my frame. Hold on, there's a car passing. I really like the for sale spray on the wall. Creates some mystery. And yeah, okay. Let's see how we're gonna frame this one. So I guess this will conclude our exploration of Assos Village. Melina is waiting for me at a cafe nearby. She's the lucky one. I'm lugging all that stuff on my back and I'm sweating like a pig. Anyway, it's been fun. I love this village. It's very tranquil. I would prefer it with way less people, but as for a different season, definitely not summer, definitely not late August. So let's continue our exploration and see what we can find. I think I rushed into ending this session because a few steps ahead and this wall at the back made an appearance. It's, let me show you. There are two options. Either make this my center stage or move here to this partially blocked entrance and frame it like that. I will probably go for this here because I like the yellow of that hay. It creates a bright element against the dark background. So this is gonna be my frame. Look, I am not going to lie. Wandering around Kefalonia in this heat, sweating through my shirt, it hasn't made things easy. And at times I have been wondering, why am I doing this? But then I'd find places like that Quarry or those abandoned buildings here, and even simple composition like that prickly pear that kind of reminds me that everything matters. If you're struggling right now, maybe your last shoot didn't work out or you're feeling like you're not progressing, I want you to know that some of my favorite images from this trip came from the moments when I felt most uncertain. When I was hot, tired, and honestly a bit lost. That's when you stop overthinking and start feeling. That's when you start creating. So if your photography feels hard right now and you're pushing through discomfort, just keep going. Those uncomfortable moments, that's often where the real images are hiding. Trust the process, even when the process feels a bit messy.